Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's wonderful to see you here, and what a day. I was so blessed with all the sessions, with the sessions just now on dreams and goals. And it is my privilege to share with you a little about on planning. So this is a little bit of a touchy subject. And I remember when we started, I was full-time in the ministry. I enjoyed tremendously what I was doing. But my problem was I could not pay all the bills, so that was a financial challenge. But the thing is, I didn't have time. So anybody here will know that when you approach somebody to join the business, we all have exactly the same challenge. Where do we find the time to do what needs to be done to make this business work? And that was one of my biggest challenges also. I was overcommitted in the community, in the church, wherever you can think of. And then you have to attend to your family and all the other things. And where do I find the time? So I discovered this important thing, that when you start talking about something you need to do, you have to think in terms of priorities, because that changes everything. You know, it was mentioned here, Charlie mentioned it earlier, about the thing of spare time and what is the other word that they use? Part-time, yeah. Now, spare time is when your wife has been asking you for the past 3 years to help her to order the garage, to get it sorted out. Then you keep on telling her, when I have the time, I will do it. But every Saturday you find time to watch rugby and go play golf and all this kind of stuff. It's a question of priorities. So that is what we call spare time. It doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. But part-time is a total different story. Part-time means you make a decision what you have to do is going to get a priority in your life. And then you have to decide how much time you're going to put into this priority. And that's exactly what we did. I said, okay, our biggest challenge was financially. I have to prioritize this business in my daily schedule, weekly, monthly, yearly, and do whatever I can so that I can attend to the business and work the business so that it can work for me. But if I'm not willing to do that and always use the excuse I haven't got the time, it will never work for me. And that's the biggest challenge we have, everybody. So it's very important, I think, when we start somebody to say, listen, it's a part-time business. Now, let me explain to you what means part-time. It means you must put it down as a priority and you must start planning for it. Now, in the beginning when we started, I did everything that I could. I left a few projects that I was in the community and I thought they will miss me, but within a week they find another person who is willing to do the donkey work that I did, and they didn't even miss me, right? So don't fool yourself and think they cannot do without you. It is not true. So I found eventually about average 5 hours per week. That's all I could find. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. And then I had to decide how I'm going to apply that 5 hours per week. So I always work with a diary or a planner, whatever you want to call it. This one has got inserts, so every year I go to the bookshop and I replace all the inserts and I start afresh. But this works for me as long as you look at it, right? If you don't look at it or write stuff in it, it's never going to work for you. Now, there's different planners and stuff that people get, but this helps us. And let me tell you what is the big thing to understand about planning. It can sound like a little bit of a boring stuff, but let me tell you, it brings you freedom. And how it brings you freedom is that if you don't plan your business, then the whole week And the whole month and the whole year you will feel guilty all the time because you said, I never get time to build the business. But once you prioritize the business and you put down specific time slots in your diary that you work consistently, it's a total different story because you know exactly when am I going to attend to my business, and the rest of the time you fill with the rest of your life. Then you never feel guilty and you will get things done. But it's when you start getting nervous and run around and say, oh, it's already the end of the week and I haven't even ordered my products yet, or that kind of stuff, it means you haven't planned. You haven't made it a priority. And what I tell to you today, it's going to bring you a lot of freedom. It's going to help you to really work more focused and do what needs to be done. So, let's touch on the four areas. And I'm just going to give a few examples of each just to give you a rough idea on how you can think about it. The first thing is at the end of every year, or in the beginning, it's already close to the end of February, so you must hurry because there's only 10 months left for 2026, is take a year planner. Every diary has got a year planner. And then there's two things I want to mention that you should put in there in the beginning of the year. The first is your next step that you plan. Just look at the date somewhere, even if it's later in the year, but just write down the next step that you're focusing on. Just write it down so you don't forget it. The next thing is two very important yearly events. The first one is the Eagle Team weekend function in June in Bloemfontein. You have to book the date. Is that the word nowadays? You get young people send you all kind of messages, book the date. Is that the word correct? Save the date. That's better. Save the date. Save the date of that specific weekend function because it's going to change your life, and the more you invest to get there, the more you're going to get out of it. It's going to help you make decisions. So don't miss out that one. So book that weekend function already. Make sure you plan for it. And then the next date is the big company summit up in Pretoria in October. You have to put down that date and plan around it. Now I know things can happen along the way, right? Maybe you don't have the money now or anything, but put the date, save the date, and make sure that you already have it in your year planner. Okay, monthly. Let's look at monthly. Now, when you start a new month, there's 4 weeks ahead of you, more or less. So what is important is in the beginning of the month to think about a few things that you can work into your planning. Now, I'm not going to try to tell you how you do the detail of working this planning, right? And what you need to do. We all know the basics, what you need to do to get things done, right? But the first thing is you have to put down the personal PV goal that you're going to have that month. Plan for it. Now we all know if you do less than 100, you don't get any benefit from your down months. So that's not even an issue. 100 personal PV, if you're brand in the business, get into the habit of doing that. Don't think it's unimportant, it is not. You get into the habit, 100 personal PV and more. But in the beginning of the month, you're going to, for example, if you're brand new, you say, okay, I do week 1, 25, week 2, 25, 3, 25, 4, 25, I've got my 100. It's not a big deal. But if you think in the beginning of the month and say, I plan now that I want to do it, then it makes a big difference. You're already ahead. The next one is personal sponsoring. What is your personal sponsoring goal for the month? You have to plan and say, okay, I want to sponsor 1 or 2 people, let's say 2 people. Now, remember, if there's 3 weeks already gone, I've only got 1 week left. So if you're in the beginning of the month, have a look and say, I want to plan, I'm going to sponsor people this month, right? The third thing there is your next step goal. Now, you also must put it in the beginning of every month to remind yourself, listen, I've got it in the back of my mind, I'm working there, so as I go along, I need to do certain things to get closer to my next step. And then I see There's another one, very important. In the beginning of the month, already make a decision what you're going to do to qualify at your current PIN level. There's no use having a PIN level and you don't qualify. You lose so much benefit out of it, right? And sometimes it's a little bit out of your hand, but don't worry, as long as you plan that every month you're going to do it. Every month you're going to do it, but remind yourself. Okay, weekly. Now this is where it is important, where I use my diary, I book out time slots. I use a color pen, you know. I like colors that I use when I prepare something, or even in my diary. I use a color I like, and I block out time slots in my diary for the week ahead. So it must obviously be before the week starts. And then there's a few things that you need to plan. Weekly events, whether it's a company event, whether it's an Eagle team event, whether it's a team event, you've got to block it out in your diary. So when your neighbor comes along and says, let's go watch rugby, he said, I'll do it next time, but this time I have to be there, and I have something to do. So you can say no. You see where the freedom comes in? You can say no because you've got something important that you need to do. The next one there on the weekly is ordering products. Some people get to the end of the month and say, oh, I must still order some products. You know, as I say, a new life stress is when the month end is near and the PV is low. You know that stress? Don't put too much stress on yourself. Make a point to order at least weekly or more and plan for it. You can get a specific day that you want to order products if it will help you. And another one is time slots to follow up your customers. Book out and say, okay, Tuesday, that time, I'm going to call my customers. You can do it in between, but at least you plan to do it so that you don't forget about your customers. Another thing to slot out in your diary is to follow up on your business builders, because there's a difference between the two. The business builders need your attention. They need guidance from you. They need you to help you to do things. And if you don't do that, you're going to miss out, and you're going to give them a kit and say, see you when you're a diamond. We all know it doesn't work like that. You have to support them. And then what is good weekly is just to quickly look back at your monthly plan and your goals that you had and say, okay, I just want to remind yourself what I'm doing. Daily, and I'm going to finish with that one. If you have daily planning about a few things, it's going to help you to work and develop good habits. It's just as quick to learn a good habit as it is to learn a bad habit. So that's why daily focus on certain things is going to give you a lot of help in this regard. The first thing is daily you have to remind yourself, talk to people. Talk to people. I remember in the beginning, you know, how many times after an event or where I was ever, I said, I should have talked to that person and start making connection. But I missed the opportunity. Now, if you remind yourself every day and you plan to talk to more people, you will not miss that many opportunities. The second one there, read the New Life mission daily to remind yourself that you are part of something very purposeful. It's not just a little thing here, not just like money or celebrate products. It's a purposeful thing to help to make the world a healthier and a happier place. If you remind yourself daily about that, you will feel better, you will have more confidence, you will go out there and talk to more people. And at the same time, look consistently at the logo of the Eagle team. In God we trust, to remind yourself where your strength comes from. And that is so powerful. And then daily allocate time for personal growth. You know, as a man, I can probably talk easily. Ladies, mothers, it's a different story. They say, my children determine my program. I know. But there was a lady of a monk that had a certain trick for the ladies. When it was time for personal growth, she took her apron, put it over her head, and the children did not dare to disturb her. So there is ways to find time, right? But in any case, it's very important for personal growth. It can be in the morning early, in the evening before you go to bed. Read something good. You know, I personally believe in the Bible and pray a lot and other good books and so on. But read something positive that you can go to bed with it or early in the morning, right? And so that's very important. And then number 4, look at your dream chart consistently, like also was talking about, so that you can remind yourself, what are the reasons why you are doing this business? I hope you made a decision today of a dream that you really love and go and put up pictures. And then to end off, what are you going to do daily to improve your health? Maybe starting cut out certain things that are good for you. Look at what you use and do a little bit of exercise and that kind of stuff. And so we have done this, worked hard on it from the very beginning with average 5 hours per week. And at the end of the first year, in today's terms, we already earned more than 10,000 rand a month, part-time. This is what planning can help you to do. If you stick to your guns, stick to it. Don't quit it. So don't overcommit yourself, but start somewhere. Even if you have 2 or 3 hours, it's a good start. And then you work from there. So keep up the discipline of doing this, and you will see fantastic results on the long term. Thank you very much. Good.